December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
But for 19-year-old Don Stratton, that day started out uneventfully in the beautiful South Pacific until
I went to have a look, and I seen the water tower go over, and I seen one of the planes make a bank, and I seen the meatball on the side of the plane. Uh-oh, Japanese, they're bombing Fort Island.
What do you remember most about that day?
Well, I just remember that these planes were just flying. The pilots were flying between the vessel and the Arizona, and we looked at them, and they waved and smiled, and like we were shooting ducks, you know, they were shooting ducks.
those sitting ducks were American sailors. 1,177 died on the USS Arizona alone that day.
It burned on my mind, I think.
Yes, burned on his mind and on 65% of his body.
And 18,000 gallons of aviation gasoline blew up. And it blew up a fireball about 600 or 800 feet in the air, right straight up, and engulfed the director where I was at.
And you were burned?
Oh, yes, already burned. I don't have any fingerprints right now. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Love you.
Don's legacy goes far beyond Pearl Harbor, all the way to Colorado Springs, where he lives near his family, including 5 great-grandchildren, and with his wife, Velma, of 66 years.
It'll be hard to separate us, but we know that time will come. Our oldest boy always said that he hoped that we died together. He said it'd be hard on Randy and him, but he said, I can't see you and Dad being apart. But we know that we'll all be together one day. We know that.
Well, the good Lord will take care of that.
Yes, he will. We have all the faith in the world that he knows what's going to happen.
Who do you tell your friends your great-grandpa is?
Great-grandpa Stratton.
And what did he do?
He survived on the ship.
Which ship?
The USS Arizona.
Yes, Stratton is a survivor. He survived near-fatal injuries, and when doctors recommended he have his arm amputated, he refused. Then he actually re-enlisted to fight until the bitter end of the war.
Why did you want to go back? After all the hell you've been through, why would you want to go back?
I just don't really know. It might have been something of revenge a little bit or something, but I love the ocean, and I just wanted to go back, so.
That word, revenge, is an insight into what Stratton continues to battle today.
Well, it's not, it still sticks with me that the Japanese had 2 representatives from Washington negotiating peace, and their task force was bearing down on Pearl Harbor at the same time. I mean, those people were under orders to do the same thing we were, but whoever put the orders out in Japan, I have no forgiveness for.
But the one that you talk about in your book met a missionary and accepted Jesus as his Lord and Savior.
Kind of mixed feelings there, but you know, everything is supposed to be forgiven, but when you have it indelibly fixed in your brain, I don't know whether I'll ever forgive.
We'll be praying for you, Don, that you'll have peace and forgiveness, and you can finally put this behind you.
Thank you.
And I wanted to thank you, Don, because I don't think we do it enough. We don't let our veterans know how much we appreciate them. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, Don, for your service and all the brave men and women who risk their lives every day so that we can enjoy our freedoms.
God bless them, and thank you.